I want to thank you all for coming out to the kickoff party for the Young Democrats movement. And we have quite a roster of elected officials to speak to you today. We have first is our county executive, Chris Coons.
Hello everybody, thanks for coming out. Can you start by giving a round of applause to the folks who've organized and hosted this? Before you can have a party, you have to have someone host the party. So thanks goes to the host and thanks goes to the folks who pulled it together. Does anyone know what's across the street? Yeah! What's over there? I mean, what's it called?
Christina.
Santormland. That sounds so nice, doesn't it? The Intercollegiate Studies Institute. I mean, right? Maybe you should go over there and apply for a college scholarship and get into it. It's really nice. People sounds very great. And if you walk over there, the grounds are very lovely. They're groomed. There's nice big trees. You know, it's not exactly clear what the heck they do. But since I was in college, that has been ground zero of the conservative movement in America. It is literally where people who are today in the White House General Counsel's office, or now on the federal bench, or working in the Attorney General's office, or running federal agencies, got schooled in very conservative ways of looking at issues that matter a lot to me, and I believe to you, whether it's the environment or education, civil rights or defense, whether it's tax and investment policy, or what we ought to be doing in public education. A lot of the most conservative views on that were formed across the street. So I think it is frankly thrilling to be on the other side. I want to tell you just a quick little story. There was a race back in 1988. Back in 1988, there was a guy who was a U.S. Senator named Bill Roth, who was had been serving for a long time and was a very conservative Republican senator in Delaware. A decent man, but he did some things in terms of social policy and tax policy and otherwise that a lot of us weren't very happy with. And I volunteered to work on his campaign, and I happened to get the chance to be his issues director. And there was a guy who was running his campaign, and he was a great guy to work with. And there was somebody else who came from being student body president at Berkeley and joined us and did all the grassroots ground organizing. And the three of us worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6 months on this campaign. And the other two folks I'm talking about are Jack Markell and Matt Day. Sort of good news, bad news that comes out of this. There was also another guy running in a primary that year named Sam Beard, who was a wonderful Democrat, a great guy, and a qualified candidate. And a really, really nice, earnest young woman who had just graduated from college moved here to help work for Sam, who she believed in very deeply. That woman is now my wife. So even if there are primaries, it is possible to later heal those divides and move on together. The best thing I did when I was young and energetic and committed to being a Democrat, which was for me at that point a new experience in 1988, was to get involved in a campaign with someone I really believed in. I met other people who cared deeply about the things that moved me. I met other people who were willing to put their time and effort and heart into learning the issues and into making a difference. And these folks have been lifelong friends. They've been good examples for me in public service, and they've helped me see why it matters. So today, if I could just leave you with one message, it would be get involved. Get involved. We have spaces for you. We can use every ounce of energy and interest and ideas you've got. Whether it's joining a committee, whether it's volunteering for a campaign, whether it's running yourself. It is astonishingly easy to get involved in the Democratic Party in Delaware. We want you and we need you. There are fights going on right now, right in front of us. We have people in our community unwilling to invest what we need to deliver good public education. We have excellent charter schools. There was a vote that just failed this past week to provide the minimum necessary investment to give good education in our public schools. We have issues in our environment, how we deliver energy. We have issues in our prisons and how we deliver health care. We have issues around civil rights and whether we're a really welcoming society. There are things well worth fighting for. So if there's any chance you're here for more than a good party, we'd love to have you stick with us. And I know all of us who are elected would be happy to talk to you individually afterwards, have you show up at Democratic Party headquarters, have you call us. We would put you in ways where you would learn things and grow. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for your energy and enthusiasm. And thanks to the hosts and the organizers.